Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of The Charming Empire. We are on Kagemitsu Togawa's route. Our childhood friend, he's been pretty nice to us so far. Although the way that the employees of the castle react to him, I'm not quite sure he's completely on the level as a nice guy, but we'll see. So you can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. On my first morning in the palace, I fell deep into my own thoughts. I know he promised to have another tea party sometime, but it'll probably be hard since he has to work as my brother's advisor. When I came to the palace, I was just ordered to stay in my room. What am I supposed to do now? I stand up from my chair in surprise at the sudden knock and head to the door. Who is it? When I open the door, I'm met with a face I've never seen before. And you are? My tutor? When I ask hesitantly, the woman clears her throat and stands up straight.
Lord Soshi sent me here to be your tutor.
My tutor?
I have to educate you quickly, so you don't tarnish Lord Soshi's name.
Well, that was a very nice way of introducing yourself. Educate me? Very endearing. The lady doesn't stop to answer questions.
Let's get started.
She walks quickly into my room and sets a pile of heavy books onto the table. Now? This is all a surprise to me.
Of course. There are a lot of things I need to teach you. Come on and open your books.
Right. I open a book like I'm told. Well, nothing better to do, I guess. I haven't had breakfast and I'm hungry, but it doesn't look like she cares.
Let's learn about this country's history today.
Okay, take it away. Take it away? That seems like a saying that they wouldn't have had back then.
Well, that's enough history for today.
Okay. We're finally done. My relief only lasts for a second.
Now it's time for a test to review.
A test?
Oh, is there a problem with that? You should get a perfect score if you've been listening.
Before I can say anything else, my tutor puts the test in front of me.
Begin.
I have no choice but to take the test as she says. Great. I was listening the whole time, but it was all new information, so I don't know how well I'll do on this test. But I guess I have to write something. I write down as much as I can remember. Done. I hand my completed test to my tutor. Her pen echoes through the room as she corrects my work. I listen intently to see if she's making my answers right or wrong. It sounds like I have more wrong answers than right. How can you tell? Well, I guess you can, because you would hear one sound for a check mark and two sounds for an X, if that's the way she's marking it. After a while, my tutor lifts her head.
What's the meaning of this? Were you even listening, or are those ears of yours just for decoration?
Maybe you just suck as a tutor. Almost 30% of my answers are marked wrong. Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I just want to know the meaning of this.
Well, it doesn't matter which one I say. I'm gonna say this is all new to me. This is all new to me. I studied at school, but it was my first time hearing all the information I learned today.
New to you? This is basic history.
I don't know what to tell you. My tutor suddenly looks like she realizes something.
Oh, that's right. You were living in the countryside.
That's right.
Even a rustic person like you should be able to handle a test like this.
What? You don't have to treat me like I'm stupid. The country might be a boring place for a townsperson, but it was a special place for me. I do not like this tutor. My tutor lets out a long sigh and looks at me.
I'm really worried for your future as Soshi's sister.
Well, I'm worried for your position as tutor here. Let me talk to my brother and have you fired. It's true. I couldn't give her the results she wanted after she worked so hard to teach me.
What kind of parents let you get so bad at studying?
Dead ones. My ears perk up when she mentions my family.
I'm sure your parents are partially to blame for this.
Don't speak like that about my family when you don't even know anything about them. I raise my voice angrily. Just as I start holding back my tears, a voice speaks up.
What are you saying to her?
When I look toward the voice, Kagemitsu is standing in front of the door with his arms crossed and an angry look on his face. Kagemitsu.
Sir Togawa, how long have you been there?
Kagemitsu slowly walks over to us.
What does it matter? What have you been saying to her?
His tone is the same as always, but he seems different than usual. He's kinda scary. Fire her for me, will ya?
I was only teaching her as Lord Soshi told me to. Is that right? Then what does her family have to do with that?
Did he overhear us?
Well...
My tutor's face turns pale.
I think she's very smart.
Oh, my test. Kagemitsu picks up my test from the desk. Don't look! I stand up from my chair to take the test away from him, but he dodges my grasp. How embarrassing. Kagemitsu gazes at my test in silence. Please, give it back. This time he puts a hand on my head. Oh. Aww. Huh?
Excellent job.
Yeah, I think 70% is a pretty good amount of knowledge to retain without getting a chance to even review, because it seems like she had some pretty long lessons for us there. He smiles at me and pats my head gently with his big hand. But it's all wrong.
Is it? I think it's very good for your first time.
Is he trying to make me feel better? Kagemitsu's kindness makes me happy. He seems more like my brother than, Soshi.
Excuse me, Sir Togawa, but we're in the middle of a lesson. Oh, you're such a bad teacher that I forgot.
He agrees with me.
What?
My tutor goes speechless.
This is more than enough for something she heard for the first time at her first lesson. But I need to educate her quickly so she can carry on Lord Soshi's name. I'd say that's up to your teaching ability. Are you trying to say I'm not suitable to be her tutor?
My tutor suddenly raises her voice.
You don't have the right to teach her anything if you're going to hurt her feelings.
Kagemitsu glares at my tutor with a scary face I've never seen from him before.
Besides, insulting her family is the same as insulting Lord Soshi's family. I didn't mean. I was only trying to teach the princess as fast as possible.
I don't see why she didn't think of that in the first place, being that I'm Soshi's sister. A cold sweat runs down my tutor's face as she quickly tries to explain herself.
That's not a good reason. Are you not aware that there's a difference between things you can and can't say?
Kagemitsu is so intimidating that my tutor bites her own tongue.
Is Lord Soshi the one who told you to be her tutor? Then I'll be sure to let him know what happened here today.
My tutor's face gets even paler.
I'm very sorry. I got a little carried away. Please don't tell... Well, there's no need to apologize to me. Apologize to her.
Unable to sit through another tormenting word Kagemitsu says, I speak up. It's okay, Kagemitsu. It didn't bother me that much. Oh, don't be so modest. It's my fault for not knowing about this country's history.
If you say so. Class is over, right?
Kagemitsu turns his intimidating look back to my tutor.
Yes, excuse me.
With that, she runs out of the room.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Oh, don't apologize. It made me realize I had a lot of things I need to study. I didn't like what she said about my family, but she also helped me see there were a lot of things I don't know. I want to study up and learn it all.
You're strong. Not everyone can say that when they're taken to a strange place like this.
Kagemitsu gives me an awkward smile.
On the other hand, I'm a failure. I only do things that make you unhappy.
What are you talking about? I was happy that you came in here and rescued me from the evil tutor, and told me I was smart. That's not true. I'm so glad you came when you did. He really helped me out of a tough spot. Thanks for all your help. When I thanked him with a deep bow, he smiles.
I didn't do anything, so lift your head. I have something to give you.
I lift my head and Kagemitsu hands me a small paper bag. When I open the bag, a sweet smell meets my nose. Is this what I think it is? The paper bag is filled with cutely shaped cookies.
Remember how you asked me yesterday if you could have another tea party?
Kagemitsu! He remembered even though he must be really busy. I'm so happy he remembered our promise.
I wanted to make you something, but I didn't have enough time today.
This is more than enough, thank you. Kagemitsu laughs when all I can do is thank him.
Well, this is perfect timing. Let's have tea.
But I still have to study. Tea time sounds tempting, but I can't stop worrying about Kagemitsu's encounter with my tutor. Hey, I didn't even have breakfast yet.
I'll teach you if you like, but first, say ah.
Oh. Kagemitsu picks out a cookie from the paper bag and pushes it into my mouth. Kagemitsu?
It's time for your tea party with me.
All I can do is chew on the cookie in my mouth. And be appreciative of it. I really like him so far. I mean, I didn't think I would. I thought it would be kind of boring because, it's the childhood friend. And they're usually pretty boring to me. But I like the fact that he's so powerful. And clearly people are really scared of him. And he's already rescued me once. I like it. So I hope to see you in the next episode or some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.